Okay, let's do it.
Sweet. All right, we're gonna start playing some music for you.
Hey guys, Jamie here, Enigmatic Pneumatics, and just bear with me on the wind. I know that there's going to be some wind hitting this mic and the muff here, but this is how it's going down, so we're going to go ahead and push through it in keeping with my fat, more rapid post velocity, more vlog style about moving the transition from the Astro van to a new vehicle. We're going to start right now with assessing the value of this Astro van, so I can determine that I for sure either want to take everything off of it and sell it as primarily just a beginning camper van, or if I want to leave it on and sell it as is if there might be a buyer interested in it. And so what I'm gonna do is give a concise tour, try to hit just the most important points on the van and its capabilities without getting into making it too lengthy. And then I'm going to post this. If you're watching this from the Astro Safari forum, I'm going to post it to the Astro Safari forum. And the reason I'm going to do that is because the folks that are members of the forum have helped me since the beginning, from choosing the van to questions that I had about how to do different things with it as it's needed mechanical repairs. These guys really know their stuff. And I was in a discussion at one point about somebody else that was selling their van and what an acceptable price on it was or would be, and they were having their debates. And so I'm gonna run through what this van's all about. You guys take a look at it and decide what you think it's worth, and I'll just use that as food for thought moving forward before I take everything off of it. So, starting with, I haven't written any bullet points down, so hopefully I remember all the important things. This is a 1995 all-wheel drive Chevy Astro van. It's got a Jasper motor in it, which is a company that makes motors and has a nationwide warranty on their motors. 3 years and 36,000 miles nationwide. It's under the first year of that warranty right now. Let me check. I got it in 15, 16, 17. It's in the second year of that warranty right now. The miles are way less than 36,000 miles, so that's not really a consideration. It has mechanical all-wheel drive, so we don't have to worry about electronics involved in this. It's always in all-wheel drive, and it's been lifted. Now, if you wanted to put a lift on your Astro van, I would suggest going to overlandvans.com. That's where I got a lot of the components. Let's take a quick walkthrough on some of the stuff it's got. I'm just gonna start at the front bumper and work my way to the back bumper. And what we're gonna do is determine what an acceptable price would be for this with all of the amenities, and if I take the amenities off. And I'll run through what those amenities are so you'll know exactly what they are and about what they're worth. So starting at the beginning, I have a motion sensor right here that is set up. You can set the sensitivity on it, and if somebody walks in the front of the vehicle when you're camping, that light comes on, and it's wired into this light bar up top, so both of the lights come on. That's something that I would take off if I sell it without all the amenities. Let me put a... I have an extension in the driveline right here that I purchased from Overland Vans. I can't remember what the price of it was, but when you raise the van, the linkage is short, and so you've got to put a higher, a longer linkage in for the steering. So that's been installed. I cut the bottom of the fan shroud out, and I used 3-inch pucks. Let's take a look. Savannah's looking at the pucks right now. I used 3-inch pucks on the body. You can see one of them right there. You can see one of them right here. There's 2 more in the very front. And the overall increased height is 7¼ inches to the bottom of the wheel well from where it was when it began. I have KM2 tires. They've got some life left on them, but they're not new. The rear suspension, 3/4 ton springs purchased through Overland Vans. I did not add a leaf. I tossed the pre-existing leaf springs and put 3/4 ton springs on as a complete pack. I use Overland Vans overbuilt shackle on the back, which takes a Zerk fitting for grease, and I'm using Rancho shocks all the way around it. On the back here, I've got a Class 3 hitch bolted up. This motorcycle hitch comes with a 3,000-pound winch and is overbuilt. It was welded up by Ben Wilson Welding in Moab. If you press on this, it's the whole frame of the vehicle. It does not teeter whatsoever. The value of the hitch is about $500 when you factor in the winch and the extra welding materials and the cost of the motorcycle hitch. Let's take a look at the inside. Starting in the front, we have a DOT approved swivel. This chair will swivel around from the front to the back. I have a table that is an RV table that breaks down and a little cooktop here. There's a stainless steel plate that's been mounted on the ceiling to prevent cooking smells from settling into the fabric. Let's see, I've got a stereo with Bluetooth that I play to speakers on the outside of the vehicle. Enigmatic refrigerator, cost me 650 bucks. It's got the Danfoss compressor in it, that's the good one. Speakers. This is a plate that's on hinges and it drops down off of this hook and turns into a bed that's almost a queen size bed, so that when the bed drops down, there's memory foam in there, 4-pound 4-inch memory foam that drops into what's almost a queen size bed. If we use this plank right here, we can put this in when the door's shut and it turns into the surface area of a queen size bed. Got a pantry here, a dog crate for the pets, a hardwood floor. Let's see what else. Oh, let's talk about the batteries. I have 250 amp hour battery there, you can see it. And then I've got 2 lifelines. These are AGM batteries. There's the lifelines. They're 330 and they are AGMs wired in series. So they make up a 12 volt. They're 330. That's 250, add that together and that's how many overall amp hours you have. I've got a 1500 watt inverter here, a smaller inverter here that doesn't have a fan if you want to just plug in a laptop or something and leave it on all the time. This also runs lights on the outside of it. Let me show you my lights. Here's my lights. Here is a fantastic fan. This is the $300 model. It's got the remote that has 14 different speed settings and you can set the thermostat so you can go to bed at night and when it gets cold the fan will shut off, or if it rains the hood will drop down on its own. Here's the solar. The solar is 240 watt Kyoceras and I've got a Blue Sky MPPT solar controller. This plate is just off right now. I just haven't put it back on. It's not broken or anything. 230 amp fuses. I'm thinking the solar is probably about $2,000, maybe $2,500 with all the batteries to replace. So that's the value of the solar. The replacement cost on the Enigmatic is $650. So if I sold this used, I'd have to come up with that to replace it. It doesn't really matter to me if I take this stuff off and use it on the new vehicle, but it's already installed, and if somebody wanted a vehicle that's turnkey with the solar, the refrigerator, and the inverters all in place, it's already lifted with the higher clearance package. I don't care, $500 more for the motorcycle hitch. I can recreate it, or and leave it on, or I can just take it and put it on the new vehicle. It's all the same to me. So the question is, like you see it, I'm sure I'm forgetting stuff. The fuel pump has been replaced in the last year. The starter has been replaced in the last 2 years. The alternator was replaced in the last year. The air conditioning compressor was replaced 3 years ago, but the air conditioning system doesn't work, and it's an electrical plug. When the outfit that put my Jasper motor put in the motor, The AC didn't work. I took it in, they fixed it. A month later it went back out. So I'm sure that it's some kind of electrical problem. I may look into trying to fix that before I sell it, so it's all good to go. I need to replace a window in the back that broke one day, so I need to go find a junkyard for that. And this right here needs to be replaced because it doesn't have smooth action. But other than that, this is running like a new vehicle. All of the switches for the windows and everything work. You can see I have a little bracket right here to be able to, let me back that off. Have a bracket right here to be able to hold reflectix in place. I put brackets on the windows so I can slide these reflectix in place. I would leave these pieces in with the vehicle. They both hold the, the cold out and give you more privacy. I don't need those on the new vehicle. They're custom fit to the windows, so they would stay. 7-gallon water jug, doesn't shift around when you're moving. Storage underneath, more storage. Another inverter, a 12-volt plug. So there you have it. I'm trying to keep this short. What do you think would be an acceptable price for this 1995 Astro van with a Jasper motor still under warranty and everything that you see? And then if I take the solar, the refrigerator, the motorcycle hitch, take all those amenities off, I would leave the cooktop, and I would leave the bed, I would leave all the cabinets, because it doesn't really matter for me to be able to take that stuff off and the hardwood floor. There you have it. What do you think with all the amenities and without all the amenities? What's an acceptable price? You guys tell me, give me something to work with. Thanks a lot, and I look forward to your feedback. See ya. What? Have I got something on my face? Why are you looking at me like that? Hey man, go down and click the subscribe button, would you? It helps me grow the channel.